Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Oh, yes! No!
Oh, well, you know, sometimes the most predictable thing is the most correct, but...
And I mean, it is arguable. Just moves down towards the southern side.
Red's here. Needs to check, too. He knows Cannon's not here.
Yeah, wants to be able to get that stun beautifully turned onto Kellen, who then flashes to get himself out of the way, and Ghost does weave in that auto attack. Docdom now takes a Mystic Shot. There's a stun out from the ground.
You know, he was shown there in mid. They make the play happen. Hex Flash is available for Dread. It's a set play. They get the flash out of the Aphelios, which is massive, right before this Rift Herald spawns. You know, we're about 70 seconds away. And then, you know, a free back goes to BDD, who's so far ahead. Now he's actually taking that prio to go bot.
Yeah, just throws out the ulti.
No
There's
flash.
the stun. It's all too easy here. Last little auto attack. Good night, Docdom.
This is clean.
Yeah,
I know. I'm witnessing it in real time.
Well, not going to find the knock up there onto Cannon, but the red buff is going to slow him down. He's immune, but we'll have to see what happens here towards the bottom side as Docdom trying to stay out of the way. There's the flash forward, just moves him back with that heroic charge, and Docdom is dead. Arcane Shift, actually, from Ghost will secure it. Dread is on. But still, does mean that that flash is now on cooldown, and Orianna's flash is very, very valuable. There's the ulti from Bertle, but the Ignite's ticking down. Flashes out of the way. I think he will survive for the moment. Does manage to clear out the minions as there's the body slam. Bertle playing it real nicely, and he will be able to get the counter kill as it's a 1-for-1 solo kills on both sides.
Yeah, very well played here by Bertle to survive through that, to make it a trade as BDD will get caught.
Yeah, there's the Cataclysm. Doing a lot of work there. It's just barely a hula hoop. And BDD just floats
Not
it
over
out.
yet.
Yeah, there's a heroic charge. Somehow manages to find a very small bit of wall.
The Peter
And
flash.
Yeah, he's going to be able to grab himself that snare, and Dread just says, yep, that's a devastating blow if ever I've seen one.
But there's nobody to pick up the gold. Like, this is a disastrous position here for Dom1Kia because they couldn't make that bot play happen. It was so obvious by Dread that that was where they were going to try to drop it down now. Plate gold will go over to Canyon, but they're not empowering the Aphelios, who needs money so desperately, nor the Orianna, who can at least help you out in some of these upcoming Drake fights.
He can basically build whatever he wants as long as he does damage because Dom1 is so far behind. Okay, Docdom going to get that Q working. Does have the Calibrum now as Ghost has to flash, get himself out of the way. Oh, the flash forward from Canyon. And that will say goodnight to it. Docdom now on the board, but Canner is here. Needlework going to be eaten by the Jarvan. And Bertle has found himself in the middle of a very dangerous situation and will get snipped up by Edwina Sizzlady.
Peter here, Dread locking the door. BDD, I mean, you can't get in here. There's no way.
Triple control ward, and absolutely, it's going to be enough. So, Mountain Soul Point and Dom1Kia.
You know, man advantage, because sometimes you can just get a flash that way. And
yeah,
I mean, this is going to be free 2 turrets. One from the side laner, who we talked about earlier in the draft, and the other from the Rift Herald. So, Nongshim are winning on every single front. Like, win more. Bertle actually looks like he will just barely stave this off.
You're talking to me about Peter a lot, so I formed my own opinion, obviously.
But in this game, like, he's flashing forward to get those roots. Like, he's actually playing so aggressively when he has been a more supportive type, right, generally speaking. Circles on the ground, man. They're looking for opportunities.
Yep, Showmaker picks his ball back up. Pulls it out again as okay. Steadfast presence is beautiful from Dread. Just says no to Bertle, but it's still a 3-man shockwave. But it doesn't seem to matter. Canna does go down. They've traded top laner for top laner. As Docdom is still very scary. Peter and Ghost still alive. Ghost off to the side, seeing what he can do. Shockwave no longer there. This is him with a few extra buttons to play with.
Flank from Dread coming through here. Showmaker's backing. He's going to try to port back in, but BDD is ahead of him.
Yeah, BDD with his teleport. Showmaker a little bit more subdued as far as the teleport positioning, and Nongshim going all in this Drake does make a lot of sense. They want to get that soul before they start off this fight. Stun not going anywhere from BDD. It's Canyon saves the soul, but Nongshim now still have to get themselves to relative safe, building towards a bit of armor penetration, make sure that these Mystic Shots are hurting as much as possible, as that's a fantastic ultimate to come through, and there's the combo. Still, it took a long time to kill the Syndra. She does eventually fall down, as now you can see Canna trying to get himself out of there. Showmaker at about half health, as Docdom full health on the not optimal guns necessarily. You can see Dread actually flashes after Bertle, wanting to get in there. Despite the fact that BDD went down,
they have control.
Nongshim still want to fight this.
They have control over this choke point because of it, though, and this is absolutely worth, I think, if you're Nongshim, to look for that flash. Now you have control of this choke with an Ezreal. You have so much poke damage here.
Just 20 seconds to buy. And then BDD can teleport his way back in, has Unleash Power available as well as Doctorm thinks he might have an angle. Starting off this Drake right here, as you can see, Dread needs to be respected. They need to get him out of this pit if they want to guarantee that this Drake does go over to them. Cannon now trying to fight this one through, just dashing after Bertle, and they don't want to take the fight. As there's the ulti, gonna get rid of Kellen, but honestly, it won't really do too much. Snip onto Doctorm, but is going to miss. True Shot Barrage, a lot of damage, as now it looks like the Mountain Soul will be secured by Nongshim. 4 versus 5 for a lot of this fight, but still, they're able to get the right amount of work done. It's running out of ults that they can use.
I mean, they are out, basically outside of the Moonlight Vigil, which is going to be so difficult to pull off here, but they are going to be able to buy enough time.
Walking forward, tempting fate. There is the stun onto Dread. The shield is going to get eaten. That's all it is. And the flash forward, okay, in goes Dread, Steadfast Presence is there. True Shot Barrage, massive damage, Bertle in trouble. The needlework comes down, and Canyon just cannot escape. Bertle as well, he has to go back home. No flash, no nothing. And Nongshim found the window, and it's Dread that finds it.
I mean, when all flashes are up, Dread has this huge window because no matter where he goes, he's going to get some sort of value there. The flash engage is perfect. The True Shot Barrage to follow it is impossible to really split against because you're between a rock and a hard place there. Once that barrage hits, you've lost the fight because you can't walk forward anymore into that Ezreal damage. It's just insane what he's able to do here. They're going to try to trade for Baron, but even that looks like it's going to be unreasonable here, even if they get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to get it, man. There's no way.
Yeah, no, they're getting out of there. Canner actually just walks around and will just deal with all of this vision. In fact,
thanks for the leash.
Holds onto the Baron. Exactly right. With Canyon dead, there's no smite. And Damwon wanted to rush it down, but it's just not going to be an option. Canna moves over to the side. No shockwave available just yet. In fact, it's just Cataclysm.
You lost a few.
And you're relegated to your base anyway, so...
Exactly.
You sort of may as well go for it.
But this should be the push to end. With double buff here, there is no way Damwon Kia defend. I mean, look at Doctorm's health. That's through the shield, by the way.
Yeah, and there's a dragon that's going to kill him at 20% as well. So it's real scary stuff. 35 seconds left on this Elder, but they're going to get at least 2 inhibitors right now, maybe even more as they are bearing down on these Nexus turrets. Damwon, the last-ditch effort needs to come in now. And yes, I guess they need to move in towards Doctorm, but he is just going to explode if anyone gets anywhere near him. BDD finds a stun onto Bertle off to the side, but the Nexus turret goes down. The heroic charge now onto the Gragas, and the Dragon is going to eat him. Canna now threading the needles through, and Kellen will just explode. BDD secures that one, and Nongshim are going to pick up the Game 3 victory over Damwon Kia.
Absolute